Yo, it's your homeboy, Negamuzu here with my teammate Mizu. We are here today to give you the introduction of our teams, alright? Now, together we are Team Horizon, right? But we are formed up of two teams, Team Jin
and Team Kizuna.
Right. Now, our two teams have quite interesting stories because we met through some really weird circumstances and we have been through a lot of hardships together.
AKA locals.
Yeah, locals, but you know what? This past year, we got our big tourney cherry popped with Vanguard, and we have... This past year at Team League, we got our big tourney cherry popped. And just like a $2 whore, we are itching for even some more. Alright?
Alright, yeah, so we're ready to walk the streets, pick up a couple... No. We're actually here to improve our skills, get to the community, get some improvement for ourselves and the rest of the community.
Yeah, now, we realize in order to do that, we got to do some interesting stuff in order to get some viewers, so it's going to be kind of crazy for a while, alright? Mm-hmm. Now, let's give you a little bit of story time, just so you know stuff about us, because we want to build an attachment with you. Like, a leech. Except we don't take your stuff, but...
We take your views.
Yes.
Maybe your money later on, but...
Yeah, definitely views, and if you want to send us free cards for us to build decks around and do profiles on, we'll be more than happy to do this.
Bring it in.
You got any commons or rares that are sitting underneath your bed that you are not doing anything with?
Budget Boss.
Budget Boss, yes. Among other things, let us know. We'll be glad to do it. I mean, depending on how much, we might even chip in on... No, we won't.
We won't.
No, we won't. Let's be real now. Anyway, so now that we're done appealing and pleading to our imaginary fans, story time. My team, Team Jin. Alright. We each have a name from one of the Jins from Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's a reason for that. We started as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Team traveling around to the regionals, and I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For a really long time. I go by Muzu. I've taken on the name Negamuzu as we moved on to something bigger. My teammates, our cameraman, Tempo. He's back there. He's kind of dying a little bit on me.
Hold it down.
Hold it down, Tempo. Hold it down.
You're the drummer. Gotta keep the drum line going.
Yeah, gotta keep that rhythm. Anyway. Our other teammate is Queen. I've mentioned him before. You'll see him. He's kind of got the 6th Ranger vibe going on. Like, imagine if Kamui and Kai had a love child, and that love child was raised by Season 2 and Season 3 Ren, but also babysat by Ishida, and Naoki Ishida, and then at some point kidnapped by Season 2 Leon. And at some point stole Pale Moons from Asuka because she wasn't using it right. Or at all, because she was too busy following Ren.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, except he does it a lot better. He's really a lot better at the whip thing. Anyway, so, moving on. We've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For a long time. We heard about this new game, Vanguard. Weren't sure what to do, and we honestly just got a little bit, stressed out with Yu-Gi-Oh! Any of you who've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively know what it's like when you're just getting sharked all the time. And we were just dealing with a lot of really dumb stuff, honestly, and we kind of had to move on. I picked up Vanguard, and the rest of my team came with me. Actually, the night after our first time ever going to a Vanguard night at that shop, I got in a car accident. And all my friends, a lot of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Friends said it was an omen that I should avoid Vanguard. You know what? I was too stupid to turn away. And a whole lot of money later, I am so happy.
Less money than Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, but...
Yeah, arguably, because in Yu-Gi-Oh! You have one $500 deck that you update and you spend $100 every 3 months updating. But in Vanguard, since most of the decks cost between $100 to $200, you keep building them. And at some point you end up spending $200 every... I don't want to think about this. Anyway. Depression.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Straight up. But my first time playing Vanguard, it was actually when we met these guys, because they were hanging out at a local card shop that we don't actually go to anymore.
Sorry, Squabbles, but we found our new locals that has a bigger community, so...
It's not you, it's us. Totally, we needed a bigger community even though it's in a smaller shop. Anyway, So we went there, and my first time playing Vanguard, I borrowed your Riser deck, Mizu.
Yeah.
And I
Fail of a Riser deck, but
well, you know what? I was actually doing all right, and I was going to win that game too. Until someone told me to ride a second perfect Riser and kill my field, even though I already had enough in soul for crit.
because more power.
But I lost field presence. I was my first time playing, and I knew that.
More.
And I thought I would
Power.
trust a more experienced player. And you know what? I'm not playing Risers anymore. But I do have Cat Butlers. Anyway, moving on. So, Team Jin, like, we started hanging out with you guys at Team Kizuna, and you guys weren't even really a team at that point.
No, we weren't. We were kind of just a bunch of friends that played the game a lot together, so... But come Team League time, we decided, oh hey, let's be a team.
Yeah, and you know what? That was an exciting new adventure. Training for Team League was so intense and amazing. And Team Jin got eliminated in round 0. Yeah,
We did it.
I guarded 2 pass against Raging Form, and it was double crit. I don't know. What do I do at that point? Like, yeah. Anyway, didn't you guys get, like, after round 0, you lost?
I did. That's unfortunate for me. Our team made it to round 4 or 5.
3.
3?
Yes.
Because round 0.
But,
Round 0 didn't count.
well, they only did 6 rounds because they were supposed to do 7, and then round 0, they're just like, hey, we'll just do 6.
So, the moral of the story. Bushy
Round
Road...
0 sucks.
Yeah, well, that too, but Bushy Road needs to step your game up. You do great with the card game. Gotta see that tournament structure improve. Actually, in response to Bushy Road's kind of failure with tournaments, there's a big tournament being hosted around here called the DMV Cup. That's in
Chibi's Cards and Games.
that's in about a week or so, and we're really looking forward to that. So anyway, that's my team, Team Jin. It's composed of me, Tempo, Nega. I'm Nega Muzu. I got my teammate Tempo and my teammate Queen. We are Team Jin. So now I'm handing it over to Mizu, aka Precom. If you get the joke, leave it in the comments.
Alright, now it's my turn. So, I'm Meizu from Team Kizuna. We used to go by Team IS if you guys saw us at the New York Team League. We got started playing Vanguard. We all watched the anime. I watched the anime. My 2 teammates, Akuma and Kin, watched the anime as well. And after watching the anime, we're just like, hey, dragons, knights, stuff that's not Yu-Gi-Oh! And I got myself, my brother, and Akuma into the game by buying one of each of the trial decks and having them shipped to my house. This was like right around the time the trial decks actually got released, so we've been in the game since the very beginning.
Starter from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Starter from the bottom. No.
But my whole team's not here though.
But they will be. That's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're going to do a roll call. We introduce everybody except for our 6th Ranger.
Queen. Yeah. Anyway, and then through my college, there was actually a couple players at my college, and that's where I met Kin. We all ended up playing together in the cafeteria after classes. We'd be like, oh hey, you want to play some more? Yeah. And then we ended up going to one of our local shops, Squabbles, and after playing a couple tournaments there, we kind of dropped off the tournament scene. We got back into it and started going out to the boonies and started going to Thanks for Playing. And there was a lot of craziness just getting there, coming back. We were just like, we're not having it. And then one of Kin's friends opened up their own card shop, and Chibi's Cards and Games.
Is that really how you know him? How you know?
Yeah, Kin knows Anthony.
Well, we all know Anthony
No,
now.
they knew him. He knew him prior to.
Oh, that's pretty
So,
legit.
yeah.
Anthony is one of the owners of Chibi's Cards Games.
All the advertisement.
Publicity.
Totally.
You're
Even though we
welcome.
didn't actually ask him if we could mention his name in our videos, but
Anyway, and then after getting sick of Thanks for Playing, we went right back to Squabbles, and that's where we met Team Jin.
yeah, and it was quite an eventful experience because myself and Tempo, we met with them each regularly for a little while. We were just getting into the anime. Tempo, like, straight up marathons anime. When he sits down, he inhales it. And straight up, except, you know what? He goes even faster. And me, no, even faster.
I can't go any faster than that.
That's what you said.
Anyway, so you know what? We caught up on the anime, and Queen was a bit hesitant to go in at first. And actually, we were playing Vanguard while we were waiting for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional to start. We went that year, and it was actually really funny.
Yeah, so we met with them at the shop, and they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we couldn't go any other day of the week. We ended up going on Yu-Gi-Oh! Nights.
Mhm.
And we would just play with any of the players that played Vanguard, and in between rounds they were bored. They'd come over, we'd trade, talk, and all that. And these guys were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Just off on the side, and then they saw us playing Vanguard, and they're just like, "Oh, dude, is that Vanguard? We were just watching that." And that went on for like weeks and weeks until they were finally just like, you know what? Here, just take a deck and play it for yourself.
Yeah, you know, and then Genius gave me
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
started from the bottom.
But
Yeah.
my whole team's still not here.
Anyway, so in that period of time, myself and Tempo, we did a lot of research as we were preparing for the game. Now, a lot of you newer players are really familiar with this. We hit blogs hard. One of the blogs we hit was V Monday. And, okay, listen. Whatever anybody else may say about V Monday, for a player who's new to the game, still trying to get a feel for what's going on, and needs an understanding of the basics, they are good.
Statistics. They're very good at statistics.
Yes, their math is really good. Actually, if you want, just ask. We can give you some links to some really great blogs, depending on what part of the game you really need help with. Because I've actually found a really great Buddy Fight blog that's an article that really helped me understand a lot of other players.
Yeah, valid. Yeah, it is a Buddy Fight blog, and that is on a Buddy Fight.
But you have to admit, that particular article...
But that article does apply to card game players everywhere.
Yeah. Now, as we started working together, we started training for Team League, and Queen joined the crew. He's iffy on what he watches, so he actually has not watched any of the anime except for clips we may have shown him to describe different things, and, well, he can be a bit sarcastic and cynical.
He hates Asuka.
Can you blame the man?
Yes.
A little bit.
Kinda.
She's faithful, she makes breakfast.
And she's cute.
Yeah, but
And she
he
wants to
plays
be.
Pale Moon. So he needs an effective character to play Pale Moon.
I don't like Rekka. I play Angel Feather.
You're a side character, get out.
Yes.
Damn, son.
That's about the answer to that question. Anyway, so he got involved, and his Pale Moon was crazy. He started with Sarah Alice Beat. More of his stuff will be brought up whenever we finally manage to track him down for an interview.
Or finally get him on camera, because every time we try to get him on camera, he just smacks the camera away. What can you do?
But I tell you right now, watching him fight is a real treat. If any of you live in the area, you should definitely come on Monday nights to Chibi's Cards and Games. Anyway, alright, so we've been going from one tournament to the next and just really preparing for a lot of new stuff. Now, the big thing that's coming up in this area is the DMV Cup.
Sponsored by GB's Cards and Games.
Yeah, now this is our response to just no regionals in our area, because it's kind of dumb for us to have to drive 4+ hours to a regional. Now,
Come on, Bushiroad. Get your game up.
we did for Team League, and you know what, round 0 happened, and it was just a really big hit to our finances. So we're preparing for that, and our next segment's going to be, what are you playing at DMV? Well, we do a roll call of everyone on our team, and we talk about what we're planning to run. So you know what we're
If they're playing, because not everybody is playing, because the round 0 thing, they're kind of like, I don't want to go to any more big tournaments because I don't want to spend the finances and then get nothing out of it.
Yeah, but it goes back and forth, so it's also just going to be a chance for, a roll call. Now, here's the thing. Here's the bug I want to put in everybody's ear.
Machining,
Yes.
Stag Beetle.
And Sparky. So, Spark Hercules, Stag Beetle, Machinings, Mega Colony. Mega Colony's been waiting for support. We finally got a whole lot of support with this set. And the big thing, the big question, how to build an effective deck. And we are working that out right now. I have my deck. I posted a tournament report about it earlier, and I'm going to post a deck profile tomorrow. I'm going to do a question and answer. Any of you guys out there that got any questions or ruling issues or anything that you need to know about Mega Colony or Machinings, post it, and I will be glad to deal with it as best I can. Now, I'm also going to post some links to any articles I can find. I'm going to be doing some research, so give me as much feedback as you can, all right? The more you give me the more questions you give me, the more answers I can give you, all right? We're going to work out a lot of stuff, and we're also going to feature some feature matches next week of my machining deck against different things so I can show you the matchup, because the phrase you heard me say in the deck profile is the matchup is everything, all right?
G.I. Joe, knowledge is power.
Straight up, except with bugs. So imagine G.I. Joe with bugs and mech suits.
Knowing is half the battle.
Yes, and that's it. And execution's the other half, alright? Execution. Anyway, so this is M&M. We're here.
Real Slim Shady.
I think I'm the real Slim Shady, because you can't stand up, because I stun you so hard.
I play Aquaforce, so we're constantly standing.
We'll have this fight later.
We'll have to feature it on our channel.
Yes, we will.
Alright.
So this has been M&M, Mizu and Negamuzu.
Signing off.
Mm.